There's no way a girl this beautiful doesn't break my heart. I was like, there's no way this isn't going to end with me with egg on my face.
So guys, I know we were just talking about Ayesha Curry recently and how bad she is when it comes to embarrassing her husband, and you know how she'll be the next Jada Pinkett Smith, right? But then I stumbled upon probably the worst wife I think I've ever seen, like, in life. Like, bro, this situation is crazy on so many levels, and I wouldn't even wish this upon my worst enemy. I mean, it almost kind of makes me feel bad for finding all this drama so funny, but you know, I've never claimed to be a nice person or anything. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the woman in question here is Jasleen Singh, wife of the popular comedian Akaash Singh. And Jasleen here has been going very viral recently because of just how bad of a wife she is. And just how embarrassing of a wife she is. Like, she genuinely puts Jada and Ayesha to shame. And if I'm being honest, I would rather have either one of those women as my wife over this woman. Maybe Will Smith was right. Maybe we do wish we had a Jada Pinkett next to us. So this whole thing with Akaash's wife was exposed by none other than Myron Gaines himself on Twitter. I'm sure most of you watching this video probably already know who Myron Gaines is anyway. If you don't, you can watch my Fresh and Fit video that I made, but Myron doesn't matter too much for this video specifically from here on. But it is important to know that Akaash and Myron do have a bit of a beef going, just Fresh and Fit versus Flagrant in general, because of some things that went on a few years ago, and that's what motivated this expose from Myron on Twitter. Stupid ass, not saying that word, Akaash Singh tried to lecture me about women years ago with his equally retarded co-host Andrew Schultz, aka just like can't go 5 seconds without being racist. Here's this stupid ass wife making a mockery of him and herself on a podcast, and then, you know, he links to her podcast, and you know, it was just all downhill from there. Now this link goes to her Main Character Pod YouTube channel, and in this clip she says some things that has everyone thinking that she's pretty much a gold digger.
How do you and your husband split finances? And I'm gonna be really honest.
I don't.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
First of all, that's a fucking red flag. I'm not, like, no joke. I love you girls. If you want to work, all for that, whatever. But like, any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a fucking red flag. And I will say it again, because I know there's going to be already like incel troll motherfuckers. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money and my money is my money. And look, have I only made $600 from content creating?
Wow, I went up $100 from last week.
But that's my money!
And that was it. That was a clip that opened up the floodgates to people analyzing Jasleen. I mean, to be fair, it is pretty hypocritical for you to say that, like, oh, you know, we should have joint bank accounts and share the money, and then you say his money is our money, but my money is my money. Like, that's just stupid. I mean, let's be real. Somebody naming their podcast the Main Character Podcast, that's a little strange as well. And I'm not gonna lie, her voice is really annoying. I don't know how, like, Akaash, he definitely better than me. That LA accent that some of these girls be having, like, it's, I don't know how he can listen to that on a daily basis. But back to the point, it is interesting that she feels this way, and like, you know, now she's trying to be some sort of influencer, where before she was just, you know, not really doing too much. But part of her being an influencer is just her using his money to like buy all these clothes and expensive bags and all that stuff. There was even this clip where they went to like a designer store or something, and she was mad at him because he put a limit on the amount of money she could spend.
That's the bare minimum.
Yes!
Is I take you to Mew Mew and you buy whatever you want. That's the bare.
Excuse me. Nail, I didn't buy whatever I wanted. He limited me. I am on a budget.
Like, bro, is she a child? Like, there's no way. How you growing, you gotta get a limit put, like, you just must be just buying anything. So besides just not only being like super entitled to his money without giving up any of hers, even though she really doesn't make much, it's like, it's the whole principle. You know, you said you're supposed to share money. She also just seems to not be very considerate of Akaash, like, at all. Like here, when Akaash complains about being tired.
When I say I'm tired, she can't just let me be tired. I travel I work, and I'm very blessed to do what I
He
do.
also
I
has
work
really bad insomnia.
I have
It's
really
like a
bad
known
insomnia.
thing.
I work 335 days a year. I'm so blessed to do what I do. This is not a complaint. But when I tell my wife I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. And if I dare open my mouth to go, what the fuck did you do that made you tired? Now it's a problem. Now it's a fight. So I
What do
gotta
you
sit
mean?
there.
I went to Pilates.
Oh, that's what
I
I'm
faced my
saying.
nail. I walked happy. I
Yesterday-
could be tired.
yes-
So as you can see here, you know, Akaash is working all day, plus having bad insomnia, and, you know, so he's tired. And instead of his wife, you know, considering that, she's like, oh, me too, even though I sit at home doing nothing all day. It's crazy, bro. At least I think, I mean, with everything I've seen, I'm pretty sure she doesn't have a job. Besides, like, trying to be an influencer, which she just started, like, a few months ago, she doesn't really do anything else. Like, she doesn't have a job or anything, so she really is just sitting at home doing nothing all day. I mean, like, that's fine. You know, she has a rich husband. You know, I'm not here to, you know, I ain't some sort of police on what she can do. But it just makes this next clip look really bad.
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
Damn. She said, I only cook or clean if I feel like doing that shit. Like, this girl don't got no job. She has no children. Nothing going on. And this man is out there working all day, all the way into the night. And he can't even come home to a clean house and a hot meal on the table. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. I don't know how he doing it. It just couldn't be me. Like, bro, what is the point of having this sort of traditional setup where the man is out working all day and then the woman is at home? If she not cooking or cleaning, she ain't got no kids yet, she not taking care of nobody or anything. Like, is this something I'm misunderstanding here? And you know, maybe that truly is the case, because here is her explaining that she actually does a lot of things around the house.
Do you and Akaash have roles and responsibilities that are different? Or how do you guys divide up chores? Or do you work at all in your home?
Yes, I do things. Some of the things I do, well, you're putting me on the spot, so let me think.
You walk happy.
I walk happy.
You take care of your kid.
I give hand jobs.
Yeah, no blowjobs though.
I put cereal back after I've taken it out.
For yourself or for both of you?
For myself. I rinse dishes.
Okay, that's good.
I order water bottles.
Oh, you outsource laundry, right?
No, laundry, we each do our own laundry.
Okay.
Which I think is fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Wait, that's totally fair. Because
Yeah,
you don't like
that's
the
good.
ball sweat, remember?
Yeah.
Dog, this is crazy to me, bro. Like, she has no job, but she sits at home all day doing nothing. Talking about she rinses dishes. Rinses, not wash, rinses. Rinsing is not washing. And she walks her dog. Oh my God, so much going on. Just so many things on her shoulders, guys. We got to give her some credit. And like, bro, she talking about they do their own laundry. Like, separately. Like, she go to do her own laundry. She can't even put bros in with her. Like, laundry is just so simple. She can't even be like, oh, I'm throwing my darks in. Let me get his darks and throw them in. And like, bro, too, she is sitting at home all day not doing nothing. Like, damn, my nigga get off work. And she like, hey, my nigga, you ain't did your laundry in a while. Damn. Go ahead and get your laundry done, nigga. It's crazy, bro. And then with all that, all he gets is hand jobs. She threw out the fact that she do hand jobs. Her co-host was like, not blow jobs, and laughing. And she didn't say nothing when she said that. So Buddy is just getting hand jobs. He can't even really get his stress relieved. Hand jobs, that's crazy, man. And can't even get a little bit off the top. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they wasn't having sex at all. Which then leads into this next part. Actually, how about we scratch that for a second? Just hold the phone just for a little bit. Because something else she said was the worst day of every year for her is her husband's birthday. Because she has to be nice to him. And she has to give him a gift.
The worst day of the year for me is
Oh, I know this. Go.
Tax day?
No.
it's Akaash's birthday.
And I feel it because she's being nice to me all day. And by like 10 p.m., I can feel her getting just like, I'm so ready for this to be over.
Why?
It's like
Because
I
I
turned
don't-
back into a pumpkin at 12:01, May 5th, and she's so relieved that she gets to be mean again.
Okay, May the 4th is Akaash's birthday. And
May
every,
the 4th be with you.
Yes. thank
Yeah,
you.
and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something, and I have to also be nice and do like acts
said
of
that twice.
kindness.
She said,
really
she said
not
that twice.
okay with
You know,
it.
she said that twice.
She's really not okay with it.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's really hard
For her, it's really hard.
for me.
She needs to just, you know.
Listen, I'm just used to being treated like a princess all day, every day. So that one day that I don't,
Oh, what torture.
yeah, it's
And
hard.
treating
What
somebody
torture.
else like they're the main character, that's like the lowest in her book. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Like, bro, does your wife hate you? I don't understand. The worst day of every year is his birthday? I have no words. Well, I do, but it's just like, she says she has to be nice. He tell me, oh, I can tell, because once we get around 10 p.m., I can tell she's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this to be over. Like, why are you egging that on and laughing? That shit wouldn't be funny to me. This is crazy, bro. I have to do acts of kindness. Have to. I mean, damn, like, you ain't doing it because you want your husband to feel good? Like, damn, man. I'm telling you, man, could not be me. So now, why don't we get into the more embarrassing stuff? The most embarrassing stuff. You know, all that other shit before, you know, spending all the money and not cooking and cleaning, his birthday being the worst day to ever exist. All of that looks mild compared to what's next. You know, all that other stuff was bad, but we ain't reached like them Jada levels yet. But why don't we first start this off with Akaash saying that his wife was a virgin when they got together.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this.
wow.
Do
And
you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe. I remember I was just like, what? But she was like, she was 22, I was 31. There was an age gap.
Sure. Did you lie, or did you come right out and say like, oh, me too? Or was it, what did that conversation go like?
I don't remember how it came. I think she said
You
it.
blacked out?
She said it, and then I was like,
When she said I'm a virgin, you went, your heart exploded?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we get happy. He's got nothing compared to.
Exactly, dude. I was
A stallion compared to anybody else.
I
Yeah,
was
that's great.
so happy.
Yeah, that for
so
sure.
relieved.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it felt right. It was like, oh, God brought me this person.
Now keep this in mind. Both Akaash and Jasleen are virgins by the time they met. I think Akaash was like 31 and she was like 22. So keep that in mind. They was both virgins by the time they met, right?
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
I was popping my pussy. Now, forgive me if I'm like misunderstanding something here, but to me, whenever I hear a woman saying she was popping her pussy, that means she was getting f***ed. Like, it was all different types of people all up inside her. All types of people, everything you can imagine. I mean, white boy frat houses, like, let's be real. We know what's going down in there. Oh, and let's not forget, she said she had a roster of guys she would rotate through. Is she an NBA GM? What you mean you got a roster? I don't think I've ever heard a woman ever say she had a roster. Like, what was she doing with all those guys? You know, how was she a virgin but popping her pussy with a roster of white frat boys? Maybe they was all like playing basketball together or something. Like, I got a dirty mind or something. You know what I'm saying? And the craziest part is that it still gets worse. Listen to this next part.
I have two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder. This was before Bumble or Hinge. Like, this was like in the OG days of the app. And this guy, he was like some, how do you say, half Asian, like baddie. Wasian. That's the word.
Wasian.
Yeah, Wasian. Actually, in the Bay. That's when I was living in the Bay Area. And I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
Oh my God.
Not one, but two butthole stories. She had multiple dudes up in that butthole. But still a virgin. You know, maybe the butthole stuff just doesn't count, guys. You know, it wasn't vaginal, it was anal, so it's not the same thing. Right. You know, that doesn't count as like penetration or anything. I want you to check this one out as well.
What kind of porn do you watch when you use a vibrator?
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't watch porn while using a vibrator.
Getting it
No, I
erupted.
sometimes think of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I
Yeah.
could never do that.
And I know what you're probably thinking, if you don't know already, but you know, if you're new to this, you're probably thinking, hey man, it couldn't possibly get any worse, right? it gets worse. So her co-host right here, you know, you see her, she cool, right? Boom. Apparently, Jasleen for like a while now has been trying to convince her co-host for Jasleen, Akaash, her co-host and her co-host husband to all have a big orgy together. And before we get into that, just listen to her reasoning as to why she would want to do that.
Do y'all ever have an orgy together with your husbands?
Rhea,
She tried.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
Fuck! Dog, this is crazy, man. She is sitting there talking about another nigga, talking about how his body is all great, his face card slays, and that she is hypothesizing that his dick is at least 10 inches. I just don't get it. Like, what do you mean his dick is probably like 10 inches? Are you fantasizing about this man's third leg? Like, you know, I'm not a woman, so is that just something y'all do? I ain't never looked at, I mean, I ain't gay either, so of course I ain't looking at a dude thinking about his dick, but I'm just saying, it's like, how you just see a person and be like, oh yeah, I know he got something big down there, like, damn. And it continues to get worse because later Akaash and Mr. 10 Incher come onto the podcast and she brings up the orgy topic again.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy. Nav just puts his dick out on the table.
He puts his dick out on the table. Like, bro, are we even being serious at this point? Like, she is calling the dude right next to you sexy. Talking about, this is why I'm actively trying to have an orgy. This is crazy, man. This is wild. And, bro, you see buddy right here, you know, Mr. 10 Inches himself. Well, apparently Jasleen was going to meet his dad or something. And, she, you know, she's really nervous to meet his dad. Now, mind you, that's not her husband. That's her co-host's husband. And she's nervous to meet his dad for whatever reason. Oh, well, here's the reason right here.
I'm meeting Nav's dad tomorrow, and I will say I'm fucking nervous because he has the, not to be weird, but he has big dick energy, and he's obviously
based off stories.
Yeah, he's a don. Let's face it.
Yes.
It's just like, I need to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's tomorrow.
Bro. Dude. Like, this is insane. She talking about this man has big dick energy. And she only heard stories about him. She don't know nothing about him. Like, this is crazy. Do y'all see now why I said she's worse than Jada? She's worse than Aisha. Like, those two, bro, they're not even close. Like, bro, Aisha don't seem, bro. Oh, this is crazy. Y'all need to chill on Aisha. She don't deserve that. Because look at this. This is wild. Like, she spend all this dude money. She sit at home all day not doing anything. She don't cook for him. She don't clean for him. She can't even do his laundry. She only giving out hand jobs. And she want to get smashed by Mr. 10 Inches over here. Like, this is just so embarrassing on so many levels. This is why I said at first I felt bad. But again, I'm not really a nice person. And honestly, I just don't think she's attracted to Akaash, like, at all. I mean, as you can see, she's just openly flirting right in front of him. But like, look at some of these clips where she's just like, he's trying to kiss her, and the whole time she just keeps leaning away every time. Or like this other time where I think they were like renewing their vows or something, and he goes for the kiss and he just instantly gets denied, just swerved right out of the way of that one. Whew, that was a close one. And she's just like way more pressed about the ring than actually like being in that moment with her husband. And you know, she claims the reason, like, you know, you see all these clips of her, you know, leaning away from the kisses and all, is because she's just not that PDA type of person. She doesn't like doing that in front of people. She gets overly stimulated, whatever.
Create a narrative out of nothing. And then I'll also respond to the people saying I don't like my husband because I turned away from a kiss. I've never liked PDA, physical touch. I find it really overstimulating. And so it's something I actually work through with my husband because that's his love language. And I feel like for him, he tries to do physical touch to regulate his emotions, and I find it really dysregulating. So it's something we kind of work through in high stress situations because I get overstimulated when a lot of things are happening, and like my mother-in-law is there, my mom is there, and Akaash will tend to kiss me when there's a lot of people around, and sometimes I'm overstimulated, so I'm just like, oh, so yeah, if you want to know like my whole fucking psychosis or whatever, then I can give it to you. But it's just annoying that you guys create a fucking narrative out of something that's sweet for no reason whatsoever, because you're miserable in your own life.
And that's cool. I can understand that. I'm I ain't a PDA person either. But like, this is her at the wedding, and like, dog, she's just not kissing him. She just keeps leaning away. Or even like the one, like they lips didn't come together. It's like they went past each other. Like, what's going on here, man? It's like you can't even just like for a second be like, okay, this is the wedding. Like, at the wedding, you supposed to kiss. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna turn you around and bend you over, but you're supposed to just do a little smooch or something. Damn, like, this whole thing is just crazy to me. Like, this one time they were arguing about something, and then she was like, shut up, and he just shut up like a good little boy.
Do you know what my fucking husband just tried to do to me?
Yeah.
We're leaving. Shut up. We're leaving in Paris in 5 hours, so tensions are a little high. We also just redid our closet.
Just sitting there, hands on hips, not finna do nothing. And later she would make a video addressing all these things. Well, not every little thing, but just, acknowledging she knows how bad this looks. But she chalks it all up to her and Akaash just making jokes at each other's expense.
Why are you mad if me and my husband are cool with each other if we both make jokes at each other's expense? The difference is my husband will go on stage and say whatever the fuck he wants about me. No one has anything to say. It's like, oh my god, it's so funny, it's so relatable. But then I come on TikTok and I make jokes, and now you have a fucking problem?
Which, I mean, come on, man. It's total bullshit. This has to be like the worst joke of all time. Or it's just some type of humor that none of us can understand. Like, I could take a joke, but there's no way my wife is gonna be out here joking about another dude having 10 inches. Like, if she was to make that joke, she would be 10 feet into the But like, seriously though, like, where's the joke? Where's the punchline? Like, you clearly want to fuck this nigga, and you're just using the orgy thing as a cover. Oh my god, guys, just jokes. We're just playing around, guys. Come on. Plus, like, when he's trying to kiss you, you just keep leaning away. Are those the jokes too? Those part of the humor? Oh, my bad. Overstimulating. Guys, can't do that PDA stuff, but I can talk about how another man has 10 inches. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You don't do the PDA, but you can talk about how you had all these dudes and you had all this stuff going on in your butthole. Some dude got 10 inches. You could talk about all of this stuff. You using a vibrator, all of that. But if your husband try to kiss you after he just gave you another ring, nah, man, that's a little too much for me. This is overstimulating. Facts for sure. Akaash would end up actually responding to all this at one of his shows recently on stage, and of course it was pretty pathetic. He started talking about a story of back in 2018 when he went broke, but he completely lied about it and just kind of twisted the story around to make his wife seem a lot better than what he was. He said that he wasn't making that much money in 2017 and he went flat broke in 2018, and his wife, she stuck by him and they had to live on their French couch and all that stuff, and he was like, man, what am I gonna make this girl happy? She could be with somebody else, blah blah blah.
Talking about, again, I don't think these narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm gonna tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea of this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by like 12 p.m. We moved everything out, but we didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, "What's this for?" I said, "You can use that as a pillow." And then she goes, "Well, what are you going to use?" And I said, "I'll figure it out." She handed me back the jacket. She goes, "You take this." And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
But again, it turns out he was lying because Jasleen tells the same story but very differently.
A lot of work from MTV, like his first show was Wildin' Out, and then he did Guy Code, and he was just like on a bunch of MTV shows, and he was able to like reach a 6-figure salary, which at the time was really huge for us. But then in 2018, like all of the opportunities started to dry up. He was kind of aging out of the MTV bracket, and he wasn't really getting any attention from the industry. So he was pretty much losing all his income, and at the same time, I was working a really toxic job with like a toxic manager and like working till 2 in the morning, and it just caused a lot of stress on our relationship. I really, you know, wanted to get married and like wanted to move forward, and he was like, I don't even know who I am as a man if I'm not even able to achieve something I poured 15 years into, and like I don't even know how I'm going to provide for you or our future as a family. And everything came to a head when my mother-in-law came to visit us. And I was being very distant because of everything we were going through. Akaash was very stressed, and I think she kind of internalized it like that I was being bitchy towards her or passive aggressive towards her. It was a huge fight between all of us. Basically, Akaash did not defend me, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I can be in a relationship with this person anymore.
So after this, we both took a much needed break, and we just needed time to reflect on our own outside of the relationship. I took a trip to India with my mom for my cousin's wedding. We went to see their Bar Sahib, which is the holiest Sikh temple, and I just wanted to find my identity again and reconnect with my spirituality. And similarly, Akaash needed to find his voice within the relationship and find his voice between his mom and me.
Finally, a couple months later, I just had this epiphany. We were still getting in fights, but Akaash went on his own trip to India, and my Nana Ji was sick in the hospital. He flew out of his way to go see him in Punjab. I woke up the next day seeing pictures of him, my Masi, and my Nana Ji, and I just like, I had this moment where I was like, okay, I know he's the right one. We're gonna make it through.
And as you can see, in actuality, in 2017, he was making low 6 figures, and then in 2018, he went broke. And this also kind of confused me because I was like, well, if you made low 6 figures in 2017, and even if you only made $4,000 in 2018, like you at least had $100K in 2017. Like what happened to all the money? Especially because his girl also had a job at the time. So like, okay, you broke right now. She can't cover the bills for a while. Like that shit was pretty weird to me. But then I remembered that that's not how their dynamic works. He's just supposed to make all the money and just spend it all on stupid shit for her. And also, there's also a clip of Akaash saying that he made low 6 figures in 2017. So again, it confirms that what he said on stage was a lie and a pathetic attempt to make his wife seem better than what she actually is.
2017 we started Flagrant, so I was 30.
That's not old though, bro.
33
you know what I mean?
Started. 2018 went broke because I was on these MTV shows, and what I didn't count on is all of them being taken away at 1 year. Because maybe they just looked at me and they were like, "He's old." I don't know, but I had like 7 MTV shows. I wasn't making crazy money. I was making like low 6 figures.
And I also just, it's like, oh, people are saying she's a gold digger and all this stuff. It's like, bro, the reason people have a problem with how your wife is moving right now is based on the things you said. You're the one that said that you guys were virgins before y'all met. But then lo and behold, she going around telling everybody, oh my gosh, guys, I got so much nostalgia for college when I just used to have a whole roster of dudes when I was popping my pussy. That don't sound like a virgin to me. How a virgin got 2 butthole stories? Holy shit. How a virgin got multiple butthole stories? Where they make virgins that beginning in a butt? My bad, the butt stuff probably don't count. Like, come on, man. And then even if that's what she was doing before they met, that's fine. But then she with you, and then she's sitting there on camera fantasizing about the size of another man's meat, talking about he got 10 inches. His body is crazy, and his face is always slaying. My nigga, if you cool with your wife talking like that, hey, my nigga, that's cool. But at least just say that. Don't pretend like that's not what she doing. And the reason anybody's even saying she's a gold digger anyway is because of how she speaks. Every time she talk about you and her, it's just about, oh, well, this is what he's buying me. This is what he's buying me. This is what he's paying for me. It's always about what expensive thing are you paying for her. Her whole princess treatment thing is just taking your money and go to Gucci and spending it all. That's the other reason I was like, how the fuck did he go broke in 2018 if he made 6 figures the very last year? But then I was like, oh, I forgot. This dumbass lets his girl spend all of his money on dumb designer shit. So of course he went broke quick, because yeah, if you going out to the store every day and you're buying designer clothes, you gonna be really need to be hitting that motherfucking bankroll. You can't be making low sixes. I'm like, low 6 figures? Y'all say that like that's nothing. But when you spending all your money on designer clothes all the time, yeah, that money starts subtracting real quick, especially with nothing coming in. But yeah, a pathetic response. We'll see if he makes a response when he gets back to Flagrant. And if it happens before this video comes out, then I'll add it in. If it doesn't, then we'll make another video. Also, like, Akaash pretends like his girl, you know, she was with me when I was broke, before I had nothing. But it's like, dude, you was making 6 figures a year and you was on MTV. You had some motion going. She knew you was gonna be something one day. She like, come on, man, you was already really successful. I mean, my bad, low 6 figures is like peasant money to y'all, but you was making low 6 figures and you was on MTV. You had multiple MTV shows. My nigga, it's not like you was just a straight bum on the street that she nursed back to health and then all of a sudden you became a comedy star. She knew you had some potential, my nigga. Stop playing. Okay, so Akaash and Jaslene just responded to everything on Flagrant today, a few hours ago. It's an hour-long interview, basically. Well, not really an interview, because, you know, Akaash is usually there. But they talk about the whole controversy and everything, and it's just a giant waste of time. It's just more cope and damage control and just changing the narrative and everything. Like, at the beginning, they go over what popping your pussy means. And, well, I'm gonna let y'all just see what they said first.
Popping pussy.
Yeah. Let's just get some definition.
Okay.
We're gonna any terms that you might need to know the actual meaning of. Alex is here to break it down.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that.
Look at this.
Big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch heels, preferably higher, and dancing your ass off into the wee hours of the morning.
So you see that dumb shit, right? Popping your pussy means getting up dressed all nice and going out dancing. Bro, nobody in the history of ever has ever referred to getting dressed up nice, going out dancing as popping your pussy. Like, come on, man. Are we really being serious? So you telling me, as a dude, if I put a nice fit on, you know, I got that shit on, and I'm like, hey, y'all, peace, about to go pop my pussy. Like, ain't nobody gonna be looking at me crazy? Like, come on, man. Be for real. We all know what that really means, bro. Like, come on, man. Are we serious? How long did it take for them to dig for that on Urban Dictionary? Be for real. And then the next part was about how when she said she had a roster of guys, she didn't mean it in the way that people think she meant. She only meant that she was talking to like 2 guys at a time.
Yeah. Is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster.
Yeah, what is a roster mean to you? What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl?
Never.
I was, you know. Okay. So I was.
His Catholic school was in his living room. Imagine how repressed he was.
I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like 2 guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time.
Like, bro, are we being serious? Why would anybody refer to talking to 2 people at the same time a roster? Bro, if I'm talking to 2 girls at once, I'm not gonna be telling people I got a roster. If I'm saying I got a roster, I'm thinking about 7, 8, 10, 12 people. When she said she had a roster, I deadass thought she meant like 15 guys, bro. I'm being so serious. Because she said she had a roster of white frat boys. I'm thinking she got about 15, 20 niggas she calling on standby. Like, why would it be 2 people? Are we being so so serious right now. Like, come on, man. The coke gotta stop at some point. Y'all, all that time y'all took up to come up with a response, and this is what y'all came up with? And then we can move on to the butthole thing, right? So if y'all remember earlier in the video, we discussed the whole Jasleen having 2 butthole stories thing, right? And I showed y'all the clip, but she talked about the dude coming over and then her ass was sore. Okay, apparently she's saying this was some sort of essay thing because she said she didn't consent to it, which I did hear in the original clip, but I thought it was kind of a joke. But I guess she that's what she claiming now, that she didn't consent to the dude doing that butthole stuff.
So was there anything that you saw? Was there anything that, like, obviously all the things I imagine made you feel bad. Was there anything that specifically bothered you or, yeah?
I mean, I think people talking about the sore butthole story, because that was more kind of like an assault story, but I didn't want to label it as such because I didn't think it was super traumatizing and I had already shared one.
Right.
And I feel like the internet has a quota for girls of like how many assault stories they could share, regardless of if it's true or not.
If she's saying it was an essay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all this too. She said that with her roster of 2 guys, she never, when she said she was hooking up, she didn't mean like they was actually having sex. She was just saying that they was making out.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out.
Because yeah, when people say hook up, that's exactly what they mean. Make out. like come on, man. Like, it's like they also mentioned the gold digger stuff, which again, pretty much this whole video was just a waste of time. This whole podcast was a waste of time because they just coping the whole time. Like, oh, she's not a gold digger. Yeah, sure. Every time she mentions Akaash, it's always about whatever he's buying her. Bro, she literally said his birthday was the worst day of the year because she has to buy him something and she has to be nice to him for a whole 24 hours. Holy shit, my nigga, what a fucking like, oh my gosh, what a task. Whew, what a chore. You have to be nice to somebody for 24 hours. Like, oh, whoa. But they did discuss the whole orgy thing with Nav and his 10 inches, and you know, they just play it off like, guys, man, it's just a joke, bro.
I saw that and I was like, why would she even joke around about that?
Yeah.
With Akaash there, and like, what was the backstory to that?
Now looking back, like, it's been pointed out to me and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash, not to like justify it, but just to explain like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that like the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality, so they're just seeing this one thing.
Now, hey man, maybe they just got a different type of humor. I've never seen Akaash's stand-up, so I don't know if he be on his stand-up and part of his routine is him being like, hey y'all, I got a friend, bro, his wife, I guarantee you she got the tightest and wettest pussy of all time. Like, do he be saying stuff like that? Anybody who watch Akaash stand-up, do he say stuff like that? Do he talk about how he want to smash all his friends' wives and stuff? Do he be doing that stuff? Do he playing orgies as a joke? I'm asking, hey, I don't watch him. Is that what he do? Because that apparently she said she was just joking, just like how he be joking. But yeah, this whole thing was just a complete and utter waste of time. Hey, I'm glad I'm not a Flagrant fan because this would have really pissed me off. They low-key insulting y'all intelligence. They really think y'all so stupid that y'all can see everything y'all saw the past like 3 weeks and then be like, damn y'all, they was just playing. This is a hell of a joke, man. None of us can understand this one. This one of them jokes you gotta think about for like a while before you really get it. Shit. Cause none of us get the joke. Joking about somebody having 10 inches on him. Woo! His dad having big dick energy. Wow. Oh man. I gotta process this one. After this, y'all go see this video. I'ma still be processing the joke cause I don't fucking get it. What was the point of this? We just gonna get up on here and lie? Yeah, guys, we were just playing. Bro, I can't take this shit serious. I can't, bro. You gonna tell me that this is all part of the plan? This is just part of the jokes? I mean, I guess, bro. Bro, because if this was really jokes, I really do feel like they wouldn't even need to explain it. If this really was jokes, they would make one video saying, hey, y'all, anything y'all see of us on the internet, we just playing, and then they would move on. Not only did Jasleen make multiple videos addressing this, Akaash went up on stage at one of his recent shows. Y'all just heard that. He addressed it. He made up he completely lied about a story, and then now they're addressing it again after, you know, they wrote some stuff down. How many times y'all gonna address this before the story is like solid? Because if y'all is just playing, what is the point of having an hour of y'all explaining everything? Is it really something that we all happen to be missing? Like, I mean, dude, I'm not afraid of being wrong. Please, somebody explain. Is it just something that we're all just so happen to be missing all at once? But yeah, man, that was the response. You know, don't waste your time. It has a bunch of dislikes for a reason. They really playing with y'all intelligence right now, man. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a Flager fan, you know what I'm saying, I personally wouldn't take this level of disrespect to my intelligence, but that's why I'm not one of them. So yeah, back to whichever Damon was talking before. Like, bro, this is crazy to me, bro. I ain't the relationship expert. You know, I'm single and I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I can't even have a girl spending all my money. But it's like, dude, this cannot be it, bro. Like, Akaash, you just might have to take that L, bro, and just divorce her while you know what I'm saying? Please do not give her a kid, bro. Because then it's really gonna be over. I mean, it's already gonna be bad enough when you divorce. You're gonna have to give up half of that stuff, but you can probably get that money back. Yeah, I don't know, your career might be a little cooked at this point, but you know, it's never over until you say it's over. You know what I'm saying? But like, dog, you really might have to just take that L, man. This is wild. Like, this just couldn't be me. Especially like, it's already bad enough you in this situation, but now you getting clowned all the time by it. I'm telling you, bro, I would have to crash out if that was me. Not only am I crashing out on like everybody around me, because like, I mean, at this point it really just don't matter. So I'm gonna just crash on everybody. My family, her family, every nigga online I see making fun of me, I'm putting all of y'all on the list, and I'm gonna just get every single one of y'all up out of here, man. Because it's just like, what else could you do at this point? And he never signed a prenup either. Dumb nigga. Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so don't post notifications. Share this video on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Like and sub so we can get there. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to everybody that's been subscribing. I'm out though. Catch you guys next time.